Miracle English Language and Literature Institute. I'm Professor Abha Sharma, and as you all know that we are doing the series on books and reading. Today I'm going to take up a very famous play by the American playwright Arthur Miller, The Death of a Salesman. This play was published in 1949 and it won him the very prestigious American Literary Award, that is Pulitzer Prize in Drama. This play is based on the much talked about theme of the 20th century, that is American Dream. We'll discuss it as we discuss the play. This play is about Willie Loman, the protagonist. He's 63 years of age when the play begins. His wife, Linda Loman, and he has two sons, Biff and Harold, who's called Happy in the play. Now, Biff is the eldest son, elder one, who is 35 years of age and Happy is 33. So Willie is now getting retired or say getting weaker. His senses are not working that well as they used to in his younger age. He's a salesman. He works in Boston and he travels around and his home is in New York. So when he travels around, it is now difficult for him because he is above 60 and he sometimes feels lost. He is sometimes so absent-minded that when the traffic lights are green, he stops, and when they become red, he starts. So there are times when people complain of this absent-mindedness to his wife. His wife is very sober, cool. She is the bridge between Willie and her sons because Willie doesn't get along with his sons so well. The elder one especially, because Willie sees all his dreams coming true in his son because he himself could not accomplish them. So he wants his sons to take the dreams forward. But then, like father, like son, Biff, who's also handsome like his father, but then unsuccessful in his own career. Happy doesn't bother himself about anything. He's a carefree person and doesn't have much of a role in this. Now, this play by Arthur Miller has got a uniqueness in itself because it is two-dimensional in nature. The past and the present are depicted simultaneously on stage. The past is in the form of day reveries or flashes or just memories. Willie Loman had an elder brother, Ben, who had left for Alaska, and there he became a diamond merchant and therefore rich. He's dead now. So for Billy, he is the real example for accomplishing American Dream. Willie Loman usually lives in the past. He keeps talking to his dead brother Ben. The boys, they make fun of their father because they see him talking all alone and there's nobody around him. The past and the present and even the speculation of the future are merged in this play. He thinks of the past, he is angry for the present, and he is hopeful for future. So he wants his son, Biff, to be more successful or say to be more hardworking. Willie keeps rebuking Biff for his failures because he sees himself. The dreams are same. He wants his dream to be fulfilled in him, but then Biff is not able to accomplish them. Biff is suffering from a disease, kleptomania. That means he steals things when he's not aware of. Subconsciously he does, not consciously. So this also gives him a bad image in front of the employers and all. There is always a financial crisis which is much managed by Linda. She keeps her cool all the time with the boys and with her husband. There's a neighbor, Charlie, who is a kind man and who often helps Willie to get new jobs, and he often lends money to him. His son, Bernard, is very good in studies, but he's a nerd. He is not so handsome and he is not good in sports, whereas Biff was always good in school, in sports, not in studies. So Willie has this kind of jealousy towards Bernard, but Charlie and Bernard, they are very good to their neighbors. So this play represents the 20th century's condition of man after depression. When an American is trying to hold his spirit and trying to cope up with the world, but then he fails drastically and he's devastated and he's unable to make what he's thought of. All his dreams, they shatter in the real world. In imagination or in his dreams, he does well. He thinks of the heights, but in reality, the life is totally contrastive in nature. When Willie sees all his dreams shattered in his children and in himself, he dashes against a wall with his vehicle and dies. He had an insurance policy which grants the family the money, and Linda is the only person who knows that Willie did it purposely. He died in order to help his family come out of the financial crisis. So all this description is in Requiem, which is just after the play. These are Linda's thoughts, which she doesn't disclose to anyone, because then it will give another bad and failed image of her husband in front of her children. So she doesn't disclose this and she remains silent, and she says that at least Willie is now free and they are also free. He is now a free soul who has no botheration and no worries for the family and himself. So this play ends tragically, and it shows the helplessness of a man who dreams big but then fails so drastically that he is unable to survive. The play is not very lengthy, it's just in 2 acts, and the playwright wants to give a message that everything in this life which you dream of cannot be accomplished. It takes the toll on life and then the generation to come. I would suggest you to read the play, the text, to know the modern technique, the technical side of this play. If you like my effort, please press the like button, comment, share and subscribe. Also explore our website www.miraclewebstore.com, and until I take the next book, take care, keep in touch. Thank you so much.